I did not cry when my wife died, but I broke down when Swami left the physical body. Baba has come to my house. He is sitting in my sofa. I can clearly see him. And she is sitting in a bhajan hall and just saying silently to herself, she's saying, "Thank you, Swami, thank you, Swami." Swami is sitting in the chair, I'm sitting there. He was talking to someone. Then he turned to me and said, "Doctor, your wife is disturbing me. She's keeping on saying, 'Thank you, Swami, thank you, Swami.'" So, April 24th, 2011, I was here. And I had come a few days earlier because my wife had passed away 30 days before that. It was on March 25th, 2011 that she passed away. So I was hoping against hope that I can see Swami and tell him about the loss that I had. It was totally devastating. I did not cry when my wife died, but I broke down when Swami left the physical body. That day when I was walking around Prasanthi Nilayam, I was so restless, I was just walking around Prasanthi Nilayam. And I heard many senior devotees, much senior to me in age and much senior to me as devotees, saying that Swami left us. He said he will be there for some more time. He left us, and then some were even angry with Swami. Naturally, they couldn't take their, the loss. So at that time, it kept me thinking that Swami had prepared us for it many years earlier itself. And he had said, don't get too attached to this form. He had said that also. Don't get too attached to this form. I am this form, but I am not only this form. That you must realize. That kept coming back to me that, see, he is God. And God doesn't need a form. That way, if you see Rama is not there, Krishna is not there, Jesus is not there, many are not there now. So even Shirdi Baba is not there. So all those who have lived on this earth in human form, at some point they have left. When they wanted to leave, they have left. So although it was totally heartbreaking and unacceptable to us also, but slowly we began to realize that Swami had indeed warned us about it, had told us don't get too attached to this. That is when I decided to write my book, Sathya Sai Baba Lives On, because I felt that people needed to be told that. And it's quite a intriguing title. When you say Sathya Sai Baba Lives On, and you write that after the Aradhana, after the Mahasamadhi. Today, since there is no physical body, he is there right now. He is in the studio listening to what we are saying. It needs a lot of faith for people to say that when you see Swami's chair, Swami is actually sitting there. It needs a deep level of faith for you to really think. Others will say, why are you keeping an empty chair there? So that is for non-devotees and those who don't have deep faith, that is how they look at it. But for us, that chair is sacrosanct. If you believe that Swami is there and if you call him, Swami has said, I'll always be there. Whenever my name is called, whenever my leelas are spoken about, whenever you sing about me, whenever you call me, I will install myself there. These are promises which Swami has given. So from that angle, after I wrote the book and subsequently also, we started seeing his presence in so many ways. All we have to do is to pray. But that prayer has to be, Swami says, to melt my heart is like butter. But even to melt that butter, you need some warmth. So if you just do routine rituals without any depth in it or without any warmth in it, then Swami takes his time to come. But whereas if you really, really reach out to Swami and pray to him from the bottom of your heart and deeply connect to him, I have seen Swami coming. I'd like to describe one or two instances which I've not written in the book, I've written two books about Swami, Sathya Sai Baba Lives On and Eternal Divine Grace. But subsequently some events have come which I have not told anyone, so it's worth telling. Last year in May 2025, I was supposed to go to Moscow and address the Sai Center there, part of the Global Council, and in Moscow. And all the devotees were already there for weeks. We had been planning. And then also give a talk in Moscow and then go to St. Petersburg, where I had a conference and medical conference, and then address the Sai center there also. In fact, people from Moscow are also ready to come to St. Petersburg and have two separate events of Swami. So everything was planned. And just a couple of days before I left for Moscow, this Indo-Pakistan thing came. And my family said it looked as if, the war clouds were mongering, and, it looked as if it's going to be a terrible war, And my family said, don't go, because if you get stuck there, I was supposed to go via Dubai. Suppose you get stuck, you may not be able to come back. You cannot fly over the thing, and somehow that war zone area is going to be a very difficult thing. So I cancelled my trip. And I had taken rubles, I had taken visa, I had taken everything. Then I told them that I'm not coming. They were kind of very upset, but they understood. They said, oh yeah, we understand what you're saying, but we've made all preparations. So I said, why don't I do one thing? The scientific talk I'll cancel in Moscow. But to the Sai devotees, I can do it through Zoom. So at least I'll be able to talk to you all, and they're all waiting. And it's not fair not to talk to them. And St. Petersburg, of course, I may not go, but at least the Moscow part, let me do. So then I had the session with them. There were a lot of questions and so on. That went really well. A couple of hours I spoke and had a lot of interactions and all that. Just after that was over, we heard that ceasefire and all that, everything seemed to have settled down. So my family came to me and said, looks as if things have settled. If you want to go to St. Petersburg, at least you can go. Moscow is gone now. So St. Petersburg, you can go. So next day, morning, I had to leave. Okay, I'm supposed to go on from Moscow that day. And so I checked. I got my flight. I thought one day, how can you book in 1 day's time, The other thing was, normally they won't refund the money. The Moscow hotel said, we will refund everything for you. You don't have to waste any money. We will refund everything. The airlines refunded everything. So I didn't lose any money. When I bought this ticket the next time to go to St. Petersburg, it was much cheaper than the original one. So I actually saved money also. Okay. So, and everything kind of within within half an hour, everything was done. The hotel was done, the booking was done, everything was done. So I went back to my office. I kept my passport there, my visa there, the rubles which I had taken, because they're only rubles except in Russia. They don't take dollars or card or anything. So I went back. Luckily, what happened was, because it was a Saturday, where I gave it to them, bank was closed, so they could not return the rubles. So they wouldn't have rubles. I couldn't have gone. Without money, I could not go. So they said Monday they will return it. When the bank opens on Monday, they'll go and return it. And here I am on Sunday deciding to, and Monday morning I have left to Russia with the rubles and all. It's like a miracle, as if Swami had planned the whole thing. So I go there, and on Saturday I'm supposed to, some 3 days for the conference, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday give the Sai thing, and then start back on Saturday night. That was a plan. I go there, the first day the conference went, then the Sathya Sai people called me and said, Dr. Mohan, can we disturb you tomorrow, Thursday, okay? Can disturb you. I said, I've got conference. I'm coming to you all only on Saturday. No, this cannot wait. There's a medical emergency. So I thought it's something to do with diabetes. There's a lady here who's a very big devotee of Swami. In fact, for the Sai Center, she only does everything. Cleaning, this, that, everything she only does. And she already has 2 children. And she, is not doing well. So I said, why don't you bring her to this hospital where I'm going to give this talk. In between my lectures, I can see her. I thought it's some diabetic problem. So then I go there, they arrive there, and then they say, this lady is pregnant. And she has been diagnosed to have a medical problem, which is a serious one. The baby inside her abdomen, the abdominal wall is opened. Oh. And all the organs have come out, including the intestine, everything has come out. If you don't remove that child, the mother also will die. It's a very serious thing. So they are saying that this lady is refusing to undergo the termination of the pregnancy. So we want you to talk to her. So I said, I'm not an obstetrician. I don't know anything about delivery and this thing and all that. I don't know anything. No, Dr. Mohan, you have to see her. So I see her. So she says, in Russian, with a translator, she says, this is Swami's child. Because I conceived on Shivratri day. So I went in May. So that 2-3 months has gone. So she said, this is Swami's child. Every day, I have been singing bhajans to this child. Because I think it is Swami. Because Shivratri, it happened. So therefore, I have been singing bhajans. How can I get rid of Swami? I cannot get rid of Swami. So I refused to. So I said, see, I don't know much about this condition. Let me call my, I have a sonologist friend in Chennai. He's a world expert. He's actually the first sonologist of India, Dr. Suresh. So I said, can I talk to him? Now, Suresh is very busy. Half the time he is in the thing doing ultrasound and he doesn't pick up the phone actually. I said, let me just try. I called him, first ring he picked up. Yes, Dr. Mohan. So I said, Suresh, I'm in St. Petersburg in Russia. And I have this lady who has got this particular condition. He immediately said the syndrome, what it is, everything he said. Then he said, but I just want to be sure. Can you send me the ultrasound picture? So I sent the ultrasound picture by WhatsApp to him. He said, I'll call you back. Within 1 minute, he called back. He said, Mohan, there's some Bartter syndrome, something he said, some name he said. And he said, this is a fatal condition. The child will not survive. And it's a danger to the mother also. She has to undergo immediate termination. So as he was talking, I was translating it to her, to this lady. And I said, this has to be done. Then I thanked him and he put down the phone. Then she said, this is my problem. It is Swami, this, that. Then she tells me, now can I tell you something? I said, yes. She said, you're supposed to come to Moscow and then you're supposed to come to St. Petersburg. They told me that the trip is cancelled. Okay, Dr. Mohan is not coming. And all these people here, they said I have to undergo this. So I prayed to Swami. And I told Swami, please send Dr. Mohan here. I want to see Dr. Mohan. And whatever Dr. Mohan says, you are telling. Okay, I will take it like that. So please send him. Please end this war so that he can travel. And then she says, Swami ended the war for me. Okay, that is her belief. She says, okay, and he has to come. Like that, like a miracle, that went, Moscow went, this came, St. Petersburg, I've come, and then I've landed there. So she says, I have prayed to Swami that whatever Dr. Mohan says, if he says continue, I will continue. If he says terminate, we will terminate. Okay? So I said, I didn't know any of this, but Dr. Suresh is a world expert in this, and he is telling, I don't know anything about this. My opinion doesn't count. But now and the first ring itself he picked up. That is what calling from Russia, he picks up first ring. So this must be Swami's thing. Okay, Dr. Mohan, I will give up this child because Swami has sent you for this. Then that she was going to some other center. This is a much higher center, the Almasov Center. Those people said, you come here, we will do it for you. We will help you to get it done. Normally it's a paying center. They said, we will do it free of cost for you. Okay? So they called her out of the blue, registered her there, just because I had gone there. And then within the next 2 days, she got the termination done. She's perfectly all right after that. So, see in what all ways Swami has connected. There is that person there who I don't know from Adam, I don't know who that person is. She doesn't know me, first of all. Okay, she's only heard some Dr. Mohan is coming and who is in the Central Trust and all that, something she has heard. I've never met her. In fact, I've not met any of them. I'm meeting them for the first time. My Moscow part gets cancelled, but this one gets approved. And then I'm going there. And through that, this has happened. And she's the one who does everything. And that also she said. Saturday I was supposed to speak, She said, I will come and attend that program. Only after that I will do it. I will not do. We said, no, ma, you go now itself. She said, no, Swami's work. I'll finish Swami's work. That is my work. Whenever a meeting is organized here, it's my job to do it. Only after that I will do. So after that Saturday I did, Monday or something they did that. 2 more days she stayed with that. So here are instances to show that intense prayer to Swami can bring Swami to you. Any problem of yours gets solved. Okay? See, why do we pray to God? When we have a problem, we pray. When we need the guidance, we pray. Then we pray to them to take us through life, through the samsara life, to take us through the ocean. We pray. All that Swami is doing now, even though he is not in his physical form. Okay, you may say, this could be a coincidence, that could be a coincidence, this could be a coincidence, that could be a coincidence, and all that. I want to tell you another instance which happened. How lucky some people are. We think we are devotees and we are very lucky to get Swami's blessing. Of course, Swami has given us more than enough blessings. But some people get extraordinary blessings which you cannot even describe. There was quite a senior person in the pharma whom I used to know for many years through the pharma. Recently he developed diabetes and he had some slight kidney thing and all. So he came to consult me. When he came to consult me, I gave him Swami's books, I gave him Swami's Paduka, I gave him Vibhuti and all that. He started reading. He didn't know much about Swami. So he started about a year ago. So he read the books and all that, and then he started saying Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram all the time. And he'll ring me and he'll say, when are you going to Puttaparthi? Pray for us also. We has started attending some bhajans there and so on. And then more recently, he has been saying Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram throughout the day. Recently, he had about 2 days ago, literally 2 days ago, he had some eye problem. And some vision was slightly affected. And somebody had said that he has to, in one eye, I think, and he had to undergo a surgery or something like that. So he was a little worried about it. And he was praying to Swami. Swami, take care of my eyes, take care of my Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. He was praying. Day before yesterday night, he calls me and he says, I want to talk to you something very personal because I'm confused. I don't know what it is. So I said, I thought some medical problem. I said, what is it? No. I want to tell you, Dr. Mohan, that Baba has come to my house. I said, what do you mean Baba has come to your house? No, Dr. Mohan, he is sitting in my sofa. Suddenly he appeared and I can clearly see him. He's sitting there. He's smiling at me. And he told me nothing to worry about my eyes. And then I said, what happened after that? No, I went near him and he touched me. So I said, you could feel his touch? He said, yes, I could feel his touch. I said, you actually felt his hand on your shoulder? He said, yes, I was able to feel. And he said, I am with you. Don't worry. His confusion was, what should I do now that Swami has come? What should I do? I said, it's a very good problem to have. What to do when Swami, we are all, not blessed to actually see him in his physical form and touch him and all that. After the Mahasamadhi, we have not had that kind of experience. Although all other Vibhuti manifestation, many other ways he has shown. But actually coming to our home and sitting there and talking to us and all, we have not had the thing. He said, that is why I'm confused. I don't know why he came. I said, you have been saying Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram all the time? I said, yes. So you have, with your love, you have bound him. You have invited him to your home and he has come. He has responded to your prayer. So what should I do? I said, you don't have to do anything. You think Swami came for something to you? Nothing. He didn't come to you for anything. He came to bless you. He is telling you he has heard your prayer. Okay? And so all you do is you renew your prayer, you increase it, go to the puja room, pray to him, thank him for a unique blessing which very few people in the world would probably have got. You have got this kind of a blessing from Swami. And I think you're truly blessed. Maybe that other illness also made you come to me so that I can give you, I was just only an instrument giving you my book and Vibhuti and Swami's pictures and Paduka and all was, that's a start. That is part of Swami's Leela. He has used me as an instrument to give it to you. But maybe in the previous Janma or something, you must have had some very close connection to Swami. Otherwise, he would not have come. It's a great, great blessing. So count your blessing and then do that. The reason I'm saying this is, on the eve of the Aradhana day, many people who are not devotees, and some devotees also say, that non-devotees say, what is there in Puttaparthi? Nothing is there in Puttaparthi. I said, what do you mean nothing is there in Puttaparthi? No, Baba is not there. He doesn't have any follower to whom he handed over everything. Only some trust or something is there. So nothing is there in Puttaparthi. I said, no, that's because you're not a devotee. You don't know the kind of peace we get when we come here. We can experience Swami when we come here. We go back fully charged. Our batteries are completely charged. All our problems as which we came, we forget it the moment we come here. Just like when Swami was there. For us, there is no, only physically we can't give a letter to him, we can't ask him for something. But that also he solved. When we pray to him, in some other form, he'll show us what to do. So yes, we do miss his physical form. Many devotees, when I go abroad, I try to meet some Sai centers, I keep going, I keep traveling. Whenever I go for a conference, then I'll come by and I'll say, which is the Sai center with which you are affiliated in that place, and I make it a point to go and meet those people. In fact, 3 days from now, I'm going to Sri Lanka. There is a school there in Jaffna, the Sathya Sai school. So they called me to address them and all that, and we're having a study circle there, meeting them. Wherever I go in the world, I just try to come here. After that, in May, again, I'm going to London. We're meeting the Sai devotees of London. It's just a satsang, meet, and then we learn so many things about Swami, which we would not have even heard. And that forms the basis for our own faith going up, or next book or whatever, to increase the faith of people. So when people ask like this on the eve of Aradhana day, all I would like to say is that Swami is very much there. If we believe in that, then he is there. If we say, no, he is not there, then he is not there. It's all our faith. Finally, Swami says that my grace and your faith have to meet, and then a miracle happens. He used to show like that. Then a miracle will happen. So I think both have to be there. His grace has to be there, but our faith also. Otherwise, the grace will go and fall like rainwater falling on some dry place and not getting the benefit of it, Otherwise, the grass will grow and everything will grow. So we have to cultivate that faith. And one of the ways to do that is to keep coming back to Prasanthi Nilayam. This is where everything started. And this is where Swami is. This is where he lived. And this is where he gave us discourses. This is where he started the organizations, the trusts, everything. And this is where he finally decided to rest as well. So I tell everybody, to devotees of Sathya Sai Baba, this is the nerve center. This is the heart. And without that, without Prasanthi Nilayam, there is no Sathya Sai Baba organization or trust or devotees or anything. We have to keep that, going back to that source where Swami was and is still now and will always be there. So many people, when I ask them, when did you last go to Prasanthi Nilayam? They'll say, we stopped going. After 2011, we haven't gone. Because Swami is not there, no? He'll say, so what if Swami is not there in physical form? All the more reason why you should go to connect back with Prasanthi Nilayam. You shouldn't simply leave off Swami. Many, in fact, change the Guru itself. If one man is not there, one Swami is not there, we'll go to someone else. They'll change the Guru itself, they'll change and go. Others may not change the Guru, but they'll say, he's everywhere. He's in my house also. He's here in US also. Why we should go all the way to Prasanthi Nilayam? What's so special? They'll ask. So I'll say, what's so special? Okay, you have air everywhere. Then why are you putting the ceiling fan? Air is there everywhere, no? Why are you putting the ceiling fan? Because concentrated air is there. This is the concentrated spirituality. Not that you don't have. You also have. But the real source from where everything started, this is the ocean. The others are rivers, small branches. This is the ocean. We should not miss the small river for a big ocean. This is the ocean of Sai. And into that ocean, we have to immerse ourselves. And that is what I think on the Aradhana day, that is what we all have to take an oath. That once again we come back, again and again we immerse ourselves in this ocean called Sai, and take the pearls of wisdom which he has given. This will help to unite all of us and will keep the whole Sai family together.
And what you mentioned about Prashanthi, it is so true. That is the reason why even today, when I talk to people who are coming to Prashanthi for the first time, many artists, many devotees, the experiences that you hear from them of their first visit is not different than the experience that we have had when Bhagawan was physically there.
Yes, absolutely true. Of course, we all long for that smile, that one look. If he looks from here across to 5,000 people sitting there, each one of those 5,000 people think that Swami has connected to them. And he has. So that is his power. That is his charisma and his love, which is able to reach out and multiply. We can't do that. We can have one-to-one contact, but not to, millions of people at the same time. That was Swami's power. So his walking, his coming for darshan and taking the rounds and then asking you how you are and then taking a letter from you, that may not be there. But I think in every other way, he shows his presence. And so that we are seeing it constantly, we are seeing it. When you go to any of the places where Swami is instituted, when you go to Sundaram, you'll suddenly find a thing. I had, gone, there was something I had applied for and I didn't get that. So with a little, heavy heart, I went to Sundaram. And there, Swami's footstool was there. And there's no breeze. There is nothing there. It's closed. Nothing was there. Only one Sevadal sitting at the back and me. Nobody else was in the hall. The moment I entered, that footstool moved and then the flower fell off, like that. So, to a non-devotee or somebody else, so what? Flower just fell. What's the big thing in a flower falling? To devotees, we know what that means. It's a signal from Swami. And that signal, he will also tell you what he's trying to tell you. You won't have any doubt. So, he's trying to tell you, don't worry. What you missed was nothing. I'm there for you. And this is much bigger than what you yearned for. So thereby, I think these are the subtle ways in which Swami communicates with us and let us know that he is always there. So about that, I don't think any Sai devotee has any doubt at all. That shows, the number of people who are coming here has not decreased at all. Just as if Swami is there, that itself is a miracle, if you ask me. To places where a guru has been there and so on, after the guru's passing, that place doesn't continue to be vibrant and doesn't grow. Here it's actually growing. The number of devotees are increasing. People have never seen Swami also, now they are coming. In another few years it will happen. In fact, another 40, 50 years from now, none of us will be there. And then all those who are coming here are new devotees who have never seen Swami, So that is something which I keep telling all Sai devotees. See, we are so blessed. We have had darshan, sparshan, bhakshan, everything we have had with Swami. And then we've been able to have Pada Namaskar with him, to be personally guided by him. And it's like saying, have you seen Shirdi Baba? Then somebody says, no, I actually sat with Shirdi Baba and he told me that, you've seen Shirdi Baba, So like that, a time will come when people, who have never seen, they'll say, no, my father and grandfather have actually seen Sathya Sai Baba. It'll come to that 2 generations from now. So we don't know how lucky we are to be born in this era, to feel his presence and to talk about his mahimas, to feel his love. It's one of the greatest blessings. I don't think any other thing that we want, material thing that we want in life, can replace this divine love that we experience with Swami.
As you said, if you look at Prashanthi is only getting busier by the day. Yeah. And today, if you see the number of devotees, especially new devotees who are coming, are only increasing, and they're increasing exponentially.
Yes.
And it's only a matter of perhaps few years, may not be even decades, when we'll see the whole place really flooded every single day. Now itself it is like that.
Yeah. Oh, we just have to go back 3 months ago to the birthday.
Yes.
How it was and how
Exactly.
not an inch to spare, how to move about itself, how to get to the stadium, how to come back.
Yes.
All these were miracles,
Miracles.
to happen. So.
And I think in no other avatar, it happened that when the avatar was there,
Correct.
in his physical form,
Correct.
you had millions
Correct.
all over the world
Yes.
knowing,
Yes.
believing,
Yes.
having that deep
It's never
faith
happened.
and
It's never
conviction that he is
happened.
divine.
Yeah.
It never happened.
Never
before.
happened.
Only when the avatar left,
After
people
that
started
only. See,
believed.
Jesus had 12 apostles. Buddha had a handful of his devotees whom he sent to different places. Jesus also, it went like that. Krishna, when the Kauravas he asked, do you want me or have the army? They said, we'll take the army,
Yes.
How did they had known that he is divine, they would never have done that.
Yes.
So Rama, like an ordinary person, everybody was treating him. Long after that only, this was divine. We missed the opportunity and this and so whether Rama avatar or Krishna avatar or even Shirdi Baba or even Jesus Christ or anyone who is today worshipped, who has lived in this earth and is worshipped as divine, as you say, even Shirdi Baba's thing, there's a handful of people. They talk about that district there, where he was living. And beyond that, few people who knew used to go. But here, people coming and worshipping him when he was alive, it has never. The other thing is, no other avatar started institutions after their name.
Yes.
They did not start.
Correct.
Others may have started. You may have
Yes.
Sri Ramakrishna Mission or Vivekananda Mission or anything started by anyone is long. They didn't start. Somebody else would have started after their time. Here, he started the Sathya Sai Seva organization. He started the Sathya Sai Trust. He started the university. He started the hospital, general hospital, super specialty hospital. Everything started by him. He used to personally go there and meet patients, meet the staff of the university, meet everyone. He started the Anantapur campus as a first university for women, long before anybody else had even thought about it. The general hospital also started such a long time
1954.
back. Yes, 54.
The foundation
So,
stone.
So all this, speaks volumes of something different about this avatar than compared to other. Not that the other avatars are in any way. We're living in a different era also. That time communication was not there. There's no radio, no TV, no print media. Nothing was there. So message also would have spread much more slowly. Even in Shirdi Baba's times, more than 100 years ago. So it would have spread much more slowly than now. Today we have the modern way of communication. But apart from all that, even before all this started, before television, before anything, even then the crowds were coming. Because they realized quickly that this is a phenomenon. This is not an ordinary human soul that we are talking about. This is divine. And that people are very easily able to see, When I was, one of my interviews, I have 2 rings here. So it's my first interview with Swami. So he just touched this and said, this your wife put on your wedding day, and this she put on your silver jubilee of your anniversary of the of your wedding. Correct? He said. How does he know? Only I know. How does he know? He's divine. Why is he telling me? If I know this, I know everything else also about you. The ring itself I know. Everything else about you, I know. And the way we think, I've had instances where I used to sit at the back and he's facing the other way. And I'll be sitting in the back. And a thought will come to me and he'll turn and answer that. He said, what you thought? No, he'll say, gosh, what I thought also has gone to him now. Okay. And in another one, the interview time, my wife was sitting in, this is in Brindavan. So she had some problem and she recovered from that. She had a ear problem or something and then she recovered from that. And the ENT surgeon had said that she won't be able to travel. And that was the time when we were being called. So she said, oh, I'm going to miss it. Miraculously, her ear and all improved. The surgeon said, you can travel. And so she came. And she was sitting there. Of course, for the interview, the families were not called. The trustees were called. And we were sitting with Swami. And she is sitting in the hall, the bhajan hall, and just saying silently to herself, she's saying, thank you, Swami, thank you, Swami. Thank you for making her come. That is what it was. Swami is sitting in the chair, I'm sitting there, and about 8 of us were there around him. So he was talking to someone, then he turned to me and said, Doctor, your wife is disturbing me. She's keeping on saying, thank you, Swami, thank you, Swami. She's disturbing me, he said. I don't know what to say. First of all, I didn't know that my wife was doing that. How can I go out and tell her? I can't tell her anything. I said, oh, okay, Swami, I said. Then he was turning and talking to somebody from Oman had come. So he was talking to them and to the trustees. I said, Doctor, she's keeping on saying, thank you, Swami, thank you, Swami, thank you, Swami. Why should she thank me? She need not thank me. If you are a devotee, it's my duty to help you. So it's my duty to help you. Where is the question of thanks? So tell her not to thank me, he said. I said, okay, Swami. When I go, I'll tell her that thing. The moment we finished, all the devotees, all the trustees rushed to her and said, what were you saying? No, I'm just saying, thank you, Swami. That reached him, and it was continuously you're saying it's reaching him. And see, she's sitting and praying there, and it's reaching him. Isn't this proof that our prayers actually go to him? Many people ask, how do we know that when we pray, it goes to him? I know directly, I've seen this happening. How can it be? It's not a human thing at all. It's divine. He knows. He's talking to us. He knows who's praying, who's doing, everything he knows. It's a, direct contact with, he shows his glimpses of divinity here and there. So when he doesn't do that, we think, is this really God and so on? Our doubt will come to us. That immediately he'll correct and he'll show us in some form. Those are the precious moments that we have with the avatar, which will stay with us throughout our life. This ring was given by him and I was wearing it. Then I told Swami, I want you to bless this ring. Why? He said. I said, no, Swami, as a doctor, I can do. I'm a scientist doctor, but finally, I will be able to treat, but some patients don't respond at all. Then what do I do? You only should then cure them. So if you bless this, I can use this as a blessing. Then your blessing is going to them, I said. He thought for a moment, then he said, show your hand. Then he took his right hand, put it on that, and he said, I bless this ring. Then he said, use it for good purposes. I said, Swami, I'll only use it for good purposes. I won't disturb you. But if I find that my treatment is not going the right way, then I will use this. After that, so many times I have used this to treat people. Some pain which doesn't go at all, patient suffering with pain. I'll just say, close your eyes. And I'll just put this ring and say, Swami, please take care of this pain. I'm not able to do anything. I've given all the medicines. Pain is not going. This man, please, he should not suffer, Swami. Please give him your blessing and relieve him of the pain. Next day, no pain. Gone. Pain is totally gone. Not next day. 5 minutes after I've left the room, the guy's pain is gone and he is fine. So these kind of blessings directly coming from God, is something which I think these messages must be told to people. Because if you say clearly to people, it does leave a big impression on them. So how I became a devotee, of course, Swami only is called, otherwise we'd never come. But who was the route he used? It was Man of Miracles, Howard Moffett. I had read the same book 2-3 years earlier. It didn't make any impact. Time had not come. Swami had not called. This time the first time when I went to Whitefield Ashram, 1992, that is my first official step to Swami. Before that, so many other times he had come in so many ways. But the time had not come. 92, when I went there, Swami had actually gone to Kodaikanal. He had gone. So just that morning he had left. They told me he's there. When I went there, he's not there. He's gone. But somehow when I entered that ashram, something hit me. And I'd been telling my wife and all that, something is missing. The moment I entered the Whitefield ashram, I said, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for all my life. I could just feel it. Although he was not there, he had gone, but the aura was still there and he had gone. Then I bought again the Man of Miracles and I read it. It completely transformed. I said, oh my God, this is amazing. From that moment, I officially became his devotee because his calling came only on that day. So I think sharing such experiences with people actually gives them hope. After all, why are we having satsangs? It's to give hope to people, to give joy to people. And I think that hope definitely comes when you sit in satsang. That's why I enjoy, talking to devotees wherever I go in the world. I wonder, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, all these places, how are people still connected? So far away they are. Then they'll tell their stories, what happened and so on. Maybe small things, but it will happen. If you pray to him and say, guide me in the right way, then it happens. And it should not be for a selfish purpose. In fact, I was reading the other day, yesterday I was reading one of Swami's thing where he was saying, why do you ask for small things, trivial things? Ask for much bigger things. Ask for me. When instead of asking for me, you're asking for promotion, you're asking for make me come first in the class, give me 1,000 rupees more in the salary. Some small things you're asking, irrelevant things. I'll give you. But is that when you got me, what more you want? Pray for me and everything else will be taken care of. Once you have me with you, it's like having Krishna. When the Pandavas have Krishna with them, what more they need? They don't need anything else. Krishna is with them. So like that, when you have Swami with us, we don't need anything else. Everything else is secondary and he will take care. What needs to be given to you, he will give you. Even without your asking, he'll give you more than what you wanted also. You might have thought only here, but he'll give you there. Much bigger than that he will give you because he knows what to give you.
And today, if you see, you mentioned about Bhagawan in this current avatar setting up institutions.
Yeah.
While the institutions do their job in terms of treating patients or providing education, free health, whatever, but we know that is still not the main purpose. The main purpose is to spiritualize everyone.
Correct.
And someone comes to the hospital, it is not just that patient which is getting cured physically, but the patient is being transformed in so many dimensions.
Yeah. Not only the patient, the relative.
Exactly.
After they go back, that whole community there. And then I've had people who recently, a very big professor came for the first time. He came from Boston. Very senior to me also. And he is in the Joslin Clinic, one of the oldest diabetic clinics in the world. He suddenly wrote to me and I said, I want to go to Prasanthi Nilayam. Can you arrange? I said, yes, I can definitely arrange. So I made the arrangement for him to be picked up from Bangalore airport, brought here. Then I asked Dr. Anil Mulpur to take him to the hospital and all that. First time he's coming, and this is in February, I think, when he came. And he came for the very first time and he was amazed. He said, I've heard some things, but seeing is believing. We hear through one ear and then it goes through, must be there's some catch somewhere. And that's a usual skeptic, How can they do free and all? Maybe some catch somewhere, something they're getting some money and then they're using some other money for this, something. That's how they will think. When they actually come and see the devotion, when they see the sevadals, when they see the doctors who are working and all that, they say, we have not seen this anywhere else. In the world, I have not seen. Certainly not in the developed countries. And even in other places, they're not able to see this kind of love with which it was done. And that is Swami. That is completely Swami. They're able to experience Swami. So that is the reason, as you said, setting up the hospital, yes, many people get cured. Many people who could not pay can come and have the free treatment. All that is fine. But through that, so much of transformation of the patient and transformation of the doctors, transformation of the nurses, transformation of the whole society is happening. That transformation is why Swami did. Otherwise, he could have cured all these people. He need not set up the hospital at all. One look there, he could have cured all of them. But then this transformation will not take place. That is why.
And in fact, as you're talking about this cascading effect of what happens in Swami's institutions, this year, as we celebrate 25 years of Media Center, not many know that the Media Center also happened because of the Bangalore Super Speciality Hospital. Mr. Noble, who is the great-grandnephew of Alfred Noble, who was on a trip to Bangalore and in 2001. And once he comes to know about Bhagawan, then he feels that, why am I struggling to reinvent the wheel? Because he was a man who loved to do good to the world, who was a great philanthropist. He wanted beautiful ideas to change the world, and he said everything that I wanted to do, Sri Sathya Sai Baba is doing, and he comes to Prasanthi Nilayam, and then that's how he offers a channel free on World Space Satellite, and that's how Radio Sai started. So many times I think, while the patients...
And many other channels were shut down, whereas this one alone continued.
This continued. After World Space went down,
correct,
many other channels shut down. But that was the trigger. So when you think about it, Swami never wanted anything, because Swami was never for publicity or anything. Swami didn't start any of the media that we see today. It was because a devotee came and he offered free. Swami, you are doing such fantastic service, and your message is what the world needs, and please, I offer this channel free because your message needs to reach the world. That was his prayer, and Swami said, okay, if you want it, fine. So, but when you think about it, we have no idea of the cascading effect of these institutions that Swami
and also the video form in which it is going is what appeals to people. Of course, books are there, magazines are there, Sanathan are there, all that is there. But when you actually see somebody talking and hear somebody talking, that's a very powerful message. Because reading is one, and people don't have time to read, first of all. Most people don't have time to read. There's something will come, they'll keep it away. They won't read. But here, they'll be, switching something, and then suddenly one sentence or something they'll hear. Then they say, let me hear this. And then they are shocked to hear, oh my God, I never knew all this, and so.
In the current times, we have to use the media. The media has to be used in the most effective manner. And many times we receive emails saying that, this is one place where we see technology being used in a manner that we would want technology to be used.
Yes, very effectively.
Now, every home is becoming Prashanthi. And as you very beautifully said, it's very, very important that we keep coming to Prashanthi. Because this is the spiritual capital.
That is a link. That link should never be broken. And whatever else people say, no, we have started this year. So I keep hearing this. Oh, we have got one branch here and that is enough. Branch is a branch. The tree and the roots are still the tree and the roots. If a branch doesn't replace a tree and its roots, that is where it all began. And the real power is there, So that we are blessed to have that. We shouldn't lose that opportunity.
Absolutely. I always feel that Prashanthi is the most love-charged place on the planet.
Yes.
Because this is...
I remember once when I went to Hollywood, many years ago, maybe 25 years ago, when I went there is a thing written there. If there is a heaven on earth, it is here, or something like that. Hollywood. I said, no, it's Prasanthi Nilayam.
Hollywood. H-O-L-Y.
Hollywood. So I remember thinking at that time, hey, what some show here you're doing, you're making movies here. That cannot be the happiest place in the world. The happiest place in the world is somewhere else where I belong to.
But I think that also tells us how people have got so carried away by what is happiness.
Correct. Yeah.
And I think Swami has come to ensure that we get our focus right.
Correct.
In this world, so that we don't go through the vicissitudes of life in that manner. And I think that's what Swami has...
Ultimately, it's transformation. He says your own self-transformation. See, for example, he says when you go and even if you're going and doing good work as a doctor, you're doing free service, you're going to Sai Kripa or one of the free clinics or mobile hospital or somewhere you're going, and you're giving the treatment free. Okay, so you're not charged anything. You have given your time, you've given your medicine, you've given everything. But if you think for a moment that, I have come here, I'm the big boss now, and this person has come, and therefore I'm going to give my time and my money or my medicines to this particular person, the whole thing is defeated. He has given me an opportunity to serve. If you look at it that way, thanks Swami for giving that opportunity. Thank that patient for giving me the opportunity. If that patient was not there, I would not have had the opportunity to serve. To think like that, it takes time. You have to transform, and only then you can accept that kind of a thing. Then you realize the true joy of giving, the true joy of participating in such a seva activity. It's not just going there and mechanically giving a medicine or putting a steth and then checking blood pressure and then sending them off. But it's a real communication with. So thanks to Swami, many people who come to me, very often people tell me, you're a doctor, you're also a top-notch scientist, and yet you give vibhuti to people. Why do you do that? It's not fitting in with your character, they say. I say, no, it fits in 100% with my character. Because people come to me, and then thanks to Swami, I'm able to sense that not all is right with this person, And then at the end of the consult, they've come for diabetes or something. So I finish that. Then I feel something is not right with this person. So I'll say, something worrying you? No, nothing. I'm okay. No, tell me. You can tell me. So see, from then on, that extra time, I could have just saved, thank you, see you next one. I could have done that. But then something is telling me that, no, I have to do that little extra mile I have to go. So when I ask him, then after a couple of prods, couple of time making them feel comfortable to tell you, then they open out. And then like a torrent it will come. No, this thing, I have this problem, my daughter-in-law, some problem will be worrying them so much that they're not sleeping in the night. And they're totally disturbed. And they're only thinking about this whole night, they're worried, this, that. They won't be devotees of Swami at all. They may not even be, they'll be from a different religion also. But then I'll tell them, look, I cannot help you in this. But can I give you some vibhuti? Keep a picture of Swami under your pillow when you sleep. Your sleep will be better. You will be able to get good sleep. He will from there protect you. Then every day, morning and evening, say a prayer. I'll give a prayer also and say, you say this prayer. And then you take this little vibhuti. Just talk to Swami and tell him your problem. And I'm sure he will solve this for you. Okay? But you have to connect to him. Sit quietly. Just talk to him as if you're talking to your own father or mother. You just talk to him. He will listen to you. Definitely he'll listen to you and he'll solve. I'll be amazed. 2 months later, they'll come smiling and saying that we want to go to Puttaparthi, we want to do this, and Swami has saved me, Swami has done this, Swami has given me peace. The same daughter-in-law with whom I was fighting, now they have come back to me. So miracles happening, just like that, miracles happening. Those who are non-believers will say, hey, all these things are just coincidence, You say, no, it's coincidence, not coincidence, coincidence. And because they have prayed and something has happened, they got the benefit of that. They reaped the benefit of the grace that Bhagawan gave them. So that was, who prompted me to ask to Swami? No, something else he needs. Attend to that part also. So that extra thing which we went changed so many lives. And then they are, the whole family then becomes, totally devoted to not only Swami, but their confidence in humanity itself comes back. Until then they were, depressed and they were thought world was a very bad place and so on. Suddenly their whole outlook to life has changed. And many of them say, many of my students who come to me, they have not seen Swami. And they didn't know anything about the organization. Then when they come, as part of their training, they have to go to Sai camps and then treat patients. when they go there, a change comes to them. So when they go back to their place, they want to do free seva. Maybe with our organization or with anyone else. But they want to do that seva. We want to do that part of it I liked a lot. So I also want to do some free, 1 day a week free, 1 hour free. Some time I want to spend for this. Some part of my income I want to keep apart for this. So that ceiling on desires has also come, which Swami has said. So in so many ways, so much can be done in this world to improve the lives of people. And if only, Swami's teachings percolated down, I fail to understand why one country is bombing another country and that country is bombing somebody else, and whole thing going on, usually to some ego of somebody. And we know some classic examples of that in today's leadership in the world. We know how things are happening. So I think if people just accepted each other and accepted everyone as being part of one big family, and we are all one. There's only one religion of love, as Swami says. There's only one caste of humanity. Everything Swami has said, if that is just followed, there'll be total peace in the world. I don't think there's any need to fight or anything in this world.